How's it going, Olin? This is your pal Chris. Probably don't remember me. That's probably because we've never met before. But we can overlook these things because we're friends, you know? Well, I decided, my friend, today I wanted to tell you a freaking story about time, long time ago, when I lived in Brazil. When I was living in Brazil, you know, speaking Portuguese, Brazilian Portuguese, I came across a man who, he became to me more than just a man. He was my hero. Let me give you a little description of what he looked like. He had a helmet of protection with sunflowers on the sides. He had a long wizard staff. He had a flotation device that he carried around his shoulder, which he could use to float down the local river and essentially stop bad guys. You know, his beard was radioactive. I know what you're thinking. This guy can't possibly be real, you know, but he was real. He was real. I mean, I know some people say he was homeless and the helmet was actually just a plastic Ziploc bag with flowers on the sides that he put on his head, or people say that, you know, it was just a rubber tire that he carried around his shoulder to float down the Poopy River. Oh, let me explain to you about the Poopy River. So, you know, the sewer system in this little town that I lived in, which was called Fonseca, the sewer system was this river that ran through the middle of the city. There was like a divided highway, and then there was a little ledge, and then in between the little ledge was a little canal, and it ran all the way through the middle of the city, and we called it Poopy River when it was just basically an open sewer system. So our belief, you know, I didn't believe it at first that he was a superhero. You know, I just thought he was some crazy homeless guy that lived under the bridge. But I mean, you know, you think about it, superheroes, they don't exactly have lots of money. I mean, you know, you see on TV Superman, people throwing money at him. In real life, it's just not that way. You know, people think that you're just a crazy homeless guy who lives under the bridge until they see you're saving their life. And they just don't get rewarded the way that they deserve, you know? So my old pal Tire Man, who I aforementioned, did I say his name was Tire Man? That's what his name was, Tire Man. Aptly named because of the tire he carried around his waist, you know. So, one day, Christmas morning, I'm in Brazil, and I decided to phone home, you know. Call my parents, tell my mom how much I love her, you know, because family's important to me. And there was this amazing flash flood, just crazy. It was just raining like no other. And what it did was it actually, you know, the Poopy River, it just filled it higher and higher and higher and higher until eventually it spilled out over the edges. There was sewage floating all around the city, and we were up on the 10th floor, luckily, of our apartment building. We just stayed up there. And you know, I remember just thinking, man, I don't know, eesh, yeah, that's disgusting. There's poo just floating all over the city. And I looked down from the 10th story, from our window way up high. I looked down, and I saw Tire Man. And he was standing there with his foot up on the curb, you know, holding his staff triumphantly, and he was looking around. He was watching over the people of that city. You know, his staff was made out of a piece of PVC pipe with some maybe candy bar wrappers that he had tied around it or whatever. But, you know, you can't judge a book by its cover. You know, Tire Man was a hero. He really was. Well, the story that I wanted to tell you is about Tire Man, and I wanted to ask a little favor, Olin. I wanted to ask you to make a music video about my hero, Tire Man. I wrote a song for him, and I'd like you to make the music video. You know, one day I was just up in my room, and I was writing this music, and I said, you know, that kind of sounds like a superhero anthem. But I was like, what superhero do I know? And then I remembered Tire Man and said, perfect. Perfect, perfect. So I'd like to play for you, Olin, my song on my ukulele that I wrote for my pal Tire Man, and have you make a music video for it. Let me know what you think. Walking through these dangerous streets, it's good to know that there is someone out there who is not all show. We live in Fonseca, people robbed every day. Many people don't know this. Tire Man's on his way. Tire Man, please save us. Sorry, try that again. Tire Man, please save. Tire Man, please save us. We need a hand. Our defender of justice. We know you're a man. Man of his word with a kind heart. He just misses his wife. Tire Man is such a nice guy. What happened to his life? Had a family and all was well. Drug lords then took it all. Tire Man now walks the dark streets. Those bad drug lords will fall. Tire Man, please save us. We need a hand. Our defender of justice. We know you're a man. Flower helmet of protection. Magic tire of flotation. With a great magical wizard staff. Excellent transportation. Immunity to Poopy River. Radioactive beard. Invisibility poncho. Strikes his foes with fear. Tire Man, please save us. We need a hand. Our defender of justice. We know you're a man. So if you could do me a favor, write me a, make me a little music video for that, I'd be greatly appreciative. Thanks, man. See you later.